Hey everyone, happy Sunday. We won't spend too much time outside the airplane here because it is super loud. But we are on the first day of the week for the highly anticipated release of the PMDG 777. And we needed to get some seat time in a Boeing aircraft instead of 15 other airplanes that we normally end up flying throughout the week. Just to simply refamiliarize ourselves with the flows of a Boeing aircraft versus Airbus, Cessna, etc., etc., etc. I realize the 777 is a very different beast, but this is the closest thing we have right now that I have in my fleet, at least. Although I do think the 777 has some nice features that would likely make even an Airbus flyer, or pilot, or driver, whatever you identify as, envious. We do love our aircraft around here, but we currently don't have any high-fidelity wide-body aircraft from Boeing. That's, or I'm sorry, Airbus, at least, more modern. We do have the 300 and 310. It's something along the lines of a 330, which we do have the freeware version. It's just not a very high fidelity like we would expect from a PMDG or a Phoenix product. Any Builds is looking to release a 350 at one point, so I can't wait for that. That's one of my favorite aircraft. And of course, the A380 would be a fun one from Fly-by-Wire. I haven't looked at what they're talking about at the Flight Sim Expo this year currently, but I'm sure everyone's getting their hands on it there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go this year, but at least we were able to fly tonight. So here we are. We'll be leaving Queenstown in New Zealand, our favorite place to go fly, and heading up to Wellington International on a fairly quick hop. View should be epic as always. The departure, which we'll cover here shortly, is a blast from the looks of it. Or will be a blast from the looks of it. It's basically doing a circle and going the opposite way to leave the area. While we do get started, if you guys are enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe below. There's also some links in the description if you feel the urge to support the channel and everything it has to offer. Currently, we have myself, Ken, Dev, and Ron on the ground here, and they're waiting for us to get started here. We will have an interesting taxi. I do think, if I was looking at the runway correct earlier, we may have to do a back taxi. Actually, 2-3 is not the case, just looking at Navigraph over here, so. Go ahead and get back in the cockpit so you guys can hear me a little more clearly. This place is pretty busy right now, and let's get started.
That'll be on your approach plate.
Okay, let me see.
But if you're doing an RNAV, you're not going to have that. It's not going to matter, but you can put it in.
We do an ILS? I think I put in an ILS approach.
Okay, well that'll work. Yeah.
Guys.
Yes?
What?
Oh wait, you're not live yet?
I am live.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Weird turn.
That's what I was worried.
Oh, this got a little weird. Got a little weird around here.
Uh-oh.
Why, Dev? Why?
You might want to go back and start over, not.
Well, wait, that didn't. How much fuel did you guys get?
Well, you're gonna have time to start over because I got to go back in. I'm coming back in anyway.
It only gave me 10,600 pounds of fuel.
I only got 8,000.
Golly, it gives me 18.5.
Ken's got enough for the rest of us. We'll just hook up to him in the air.
I'm not going to Australia.
I got 9 point.
I'm almost there.
I got 9.9.
Okay. All right. Don't know why it's so low. I mean, it is a pretty short flight, but it's still, normally we're descending around 10,000 pounds, so it's interesting to see such a low number, right off the bat. All right.
I'll look at my screen just a second, if you would, and tell me why my FMC looks like this.
Uh-oh. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, click the FMC.
It's froze.
Oh,
it's not supposed to be highlighted like that.
You lost in a crash of some sort.
You may have to reload your airplane.
Probably going
you may have to reload the entire sim.
No,
I've had this happen. I had to do the sim.
No, we're not reloading the entire sim. No. I'll be back.
Time. Try to reload the airplane at least.
You think I need to reboot the computer?
I would try just reloading in first.
Okay.
Alright, activate the routes. Execute. Expecting runway 23. Execute. performance in it. Down over here, and real quick, I don't have my webcam set up. I kind of ran out of time there, but we're gonna get the logo light on, steady lights. Let everybody know that we are up and running here. Performance. We need to take a look at performance. Go ahead and before we do that, because I always forget to do this for some reason. Let's get our departure in. So we're looking at runway 23, the ANPO 4 Bravo departure. 23, ANPO 4 Bravo. And here's what I was talking about, this crazy loop. So basically you're gonna go out and do it. Actually, it's a left turn to a right turn and circle back around and come right back over top of the airport. This should be a pretty fun departure here. Execute that, go back to arrival, go ahead and load in. We're expecting 16 on the Ward 3D Delta. So ILS, 16 or Zulu, what Yankee or Zulu on 16? Let's take a look real quick here. Don't think I actually figured out, I don't think I actually put the approach in yet. Let's see here. So Zulu, what's it look like versus Yankee? Not seeing any major differences here, and without studying the charts to figure out exactly which one we want to use, we'll use the Zulu for now. So ILS 16 Zulu and Ward 3D. Now if this isn't, there it is. Okay, cool. Transition. I got wards as the transition, but this is asking for what, 2590? No, 2070 or 99, 99, 990. Looking, there's 990, there's 2070. If we take a look at how we are entering the airport here, back to the home page, zoom out. Oops. Oh, want me lock location? There we go. Zoom back in. So the bottom left would be ideal. So let's go back and take a look at our charts here. And that is the 2070. We'll use that as our transition. Execute. Alright, let's go to our init ref. Let's get those performance tools open. Runway 23. Report from the aircraft. We've got 142,000 pounds as our ramp weight here. And I'm showing 142,000 pounds and 85. Yep, okay. So, same. That's correct. I'll double check or make sure our weights are correct here. With this one, the fuel number was throwing us off. So, alright, QNH of 03. Calculate. Put that in real quick while we're thinking about it. 03. Alright, and now we've got gross weight of 142.0. Land fuel is 10.6. I think is what it called for. Yep, 10.6. We've got loaded. And reserves are 2,000, let's call it 2,400 pounds. So we're going to be pretty low on fuel once we get there. Oh, what do I do? Oh, 2.4. 2.4 cost index was, go down, 54. Cruise wins, so top climb wins. I guess, you know, what I should start doing for you guys is actually pulling this up in the electronic flight bag here. I think this would be good for anybody who's wondering where I'm pulling these numbers from. So top of climb wins, we got 330 at 11. 330 at 11. Oh, we forgot to put our altitude in first, so 370 cruise. And that was 330 at 11. Yep. Execute. Go to our N1 limit. Back to our performance page here. N1 we got what? 92.48. What is that? Oh, sorry. My mouse was over the takeoff one. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Takeoff one. Sorry. There we go. Stick with the standard climb. Takeoff, we're expecting flaps 5. CG of 25.2. And that is going to give us a trim of 487. V1 of 37. And 138 on V rotate. And 146 on 2. Go ahead and make these 146 plus 15. 161. Should take care of that. Oh, wait. Yes, 146. Alright, that takes care of all that down here. Let's go ahead and let's get our APU started here. Start. Back to on. Fuel dampener. Fuel pumps. We don't have any in the center tank. We can confirm that here. We are on ground power at the moment. We'll let the APU start running there. Let's see here. Seatbelts. Auto on for the non-smoking. Window heat on. Electric pumps on. We are cruising at 370. And we are expecting a landing altitude of probably 0. I guess it's right there on the water, so it's probably going to be... Oh, I went too far. I'm used to looking it out on here. I'm used to looking on Navigraph. Or not Navigraph, but Atlanta. Where I'm at. 41 feet. We were actually at 11,171. How does that work? Is it really that high when there's water right there? Isn't that water connected to the ocean? Or is it a lake that goes down to the ocean? Might be a lake that goes down to the ocean. So 41 feet. Go ahead and put 50 in there. I'll take care of all that business. Go down here to our menu page in the airplane. Go to FS Actions, Ground Services. And just a real quick way to... Oh, whoops. Got to do that first. Get our power back on. Just to get rid of all that ground equipment, we can just remove the chocks, and hopefully you have the APU running at the same time, like I just did. So that should close up everything for us. We are back up and running. Electric. And let's go ahead and get our APU bleed on. X. Auto. Open. So auto, on, off, on. Or off, on, off. And I'm about ready for a start, if you guys are.
I'm already texting.
Alright. Go
I'm
with
already
standard. We just leave me in the dust. We had a departure time of 7 minutes, so we are still on schedule at least.
Yeah, I'm further behind you.
Yeah. And had a little technical difficulty there, right there at the beginning. Alright, so we are going to be departing on the runway heading. Go to departure, pinned, port info. 23, which is 233. And our initial altitude. These charts are a little slow today. It'd be nice if it would cache the charts so that they take forever to load. At least the ones you have pinned. Alright, initial climb. Need to cross Cabep at or above 320. Cross No Love at or above 4,000. Cross Rucksack at 9,000 or below. So Rucksack, where's that at? There's 9,000 or below. And then This has us going all the way up to flight level 180. And let's see here. There we go. Incov at or above flight level 180. So we'll start off with 180. Our VNAV should take care of us on the initial climb out. No concerns there. RTO on the takeoff. And I think we are good to go. You know, one thing I didn't do is track my R. Put my tracker on my head here. Let me put that on real quick. There we go. Okay, let's make sure we're clear around us. All the ground equipment's been removed. Let's go down here. Go to our pushback. We're going to do a left turn, and we want to see. We're gonna have to do a. We're gonna have to taxi down and turn around because that taxiway is just not big enough for us. Right there, looking at it. So I'm not sure who's down at the end right now. That's Dev. Okay. Ken, is your FMC back up and running?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Not too far from engine start.
All right, so we're gonna do nose to the right.
I hate
Trucks
this
are
ground
removed.
handling. Oh my gosh.
200 TPX 200 for the pushback tug. He's connected, and let's go ahead and hit start.
Cockpit to ground.
While we're talking to that guy, it's got our beacon on.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left.
Ron's already taken off, just by the way.
I am in an active pause. I'll be right back.
Okay. Backs off. Parking brake release.
Brakes released.
Brakes released.
Brakes released. Here we go.
Alright, ground. Engine 2 is spoiling. Look, we're about 24 on the N2. Okay, introduce fuel. And there goes N1. Beautiful. Fuel flow is rising. Sure this does a good pushback for us. Kind of a tight area right here, so there it goes. Probably gonna push us into the dirt. Go ahead and stop it right here. That way we don't get pushed into the dirt. And the pushback system in the PMDG is a little goofy after you manually stop it. So it's a disconnect your tug. Don't ask me how many times I sat here wondering why I couldn't go anywhere. Engine 2 is stabilized. Let's go engine 1. Mission card. Ground. Two's coming up. How's everybody doing tonight? And Ronald, you'll remind me, maybe add a comment to remind me. I will try to get that song name for you. Alright, introduce fuel. Fuel flow is increasing. N1's increasing. Go back to our airport. Let's chart up. Come on. Thinking too hard. Alright. One is good to go. So yeah, this taxiway is too skinny for us, so we're gonna have to take Alpha 4 or 3, whichever one we can make the turn to, and then go down and back taxi, spin around at the end of 2-3. Alright. Mission
It's
back
a
to
long
both.
back taxi, just so you know.
Oh yeah. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. B brakes stowed. FMC Verify takeoff speeds. All right, let's go check those out, see what happened there. 373846. Let's double check. That's what our performance tool says. 373846. That is correct. No concerns there. Back to our charts here. And let's check our controls. Full back, forward, left, right rudder, left rudder, brakes. All that works. Alright, we're good to go. Taxi light. Runway turn off lights. And in 1 and 2 and probe heat. God, Emery kicked off for some reason. Let's check that, make sure that stays on. Good. Hey Nocturnal, got a bit of spare time so I can actually watch one of your streams. Hey buddy, how are you? Glad you can make it. Alright, overhead looks good. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Park and brake. Released. Alright, no alarms. It's auto throttle on. And flight directors. Excuse me. Alright, so this should be a pretty fun departure here. You can see it's pretty complex, so probably going to be on autopilot pretty quick if we run into a little too much work, but I'd like to hand fly it if we could. A little extra gas. Is anybody down there? Dave, did you already get rolling? Alright, is that you down there at the end, Dev? Yeah, go ahead and take off.
Sorry, DoorDash. I'll take off right now.
In-flight DoorDash. They brought it up all the way up to his airplane. Alright, we'll sit here and wait for Dev.
Right.
This is beautiful right here. I don't know how many appropriately sized airports in New Zealand there are for us to fly in, but I know there's like 4 or 5 at least. So we may have to do some just New Zealand style flights with some commercial airlines.
We should do some Iceland flights, particularly out of Cufflick, since I spent money on that.
At least he's honest about his reasoning. There goes Dev. Watch him take off here. Nice rotate right in front of us.
What
sure he
runway are
did.
y'all taking off on?
2-3. Alright, landing lights. Strobe. And TARA. Let's enter the runway. They've shot up like a little rocket. And that, are you in the 600 right now or 700?
700. Sorry, I'm serving myself dinner.
That autopilot came on quick. Excuse me.
All right, Michael, what were you saying about the taxiways not being passable and which one to take?
You hit the back taxi on the runway. The taxiway is not big enough for an airliner. Oh no, and we've got somebody on final. It's just bad timing. If we had been on VATSIM, this wouldn't be an issue, but since we are in MSFS live servers, we'll get to the end of the runway here and see if he goes ahead and continues on his landing or goes around. Try to hurry up and get out of his way.
Airspeed live.
Airspeed alive. Uh-oh. A little early for that. Alright, a little bit of a crosswind here on departure. Too big of a concern though. Let's see how accurate these lines are here for us. Following the lines around. Little gas. Hard right. Beautiful. We'll get our line back up. All right. Decided to continue on landing. That worked out nicely for us. Wait for him to exit the runway. I see somebody blinking down there at the end, but if they don't end up moving, we'll just go ahead.
That's a F-18.
F-18. All right, he's gonna be guiding us out of here. Is that guy gonna stop? Better be stomping on those brakes. All right.
F-18's been there for an hour.
161233 180 flight level. Flaps are set. All right, if he's been there for a while, we'll just go ahead and take off then. Alrighty. Go 50%. Stabilized. And toga. We may not get the airspeed alive announcement this time since they gave it to us once. Oh, it did. Okay, cool.
80 knots.
You're, of course, going to be sitting on the end of the runway here for us. Oh, he just disappeared. Okay.
Rotate.
Rotate. There's that crosswind.
Positive rate of climb.
Europe. What's going on, Joe? Just in time to catch this beautiful departure out of here. Still hand flying at the moment. Wish you got us going up a little harder here. Engines rolling back, probably gonna have to nose over. Should be beginning our left turn. Oh. There we go. Nav, LNAV. Confirmed. Kind of crazy to be looking at these mountains that you're about to just circumnavigate here. Delaying the flaps retraction for quite a while just because of how hard we're climbing out here. Now this is a little unnerving. Let's go ahead and get our terrain radar on. Nosing over, right, quite a hard to right turn. There we go. I don't know why it's got a zigzagging for. Why are we doing this airplane? We're in IMC, so let's go ahead and go autopilot. And one. As soon as I say that, of course, we come out of the clouds. Alright, RTO can come off.
Down here to the end and turn around. When I get lined back up, there's another airliner sitting in front of me.
Actually. Joe, how are you doing tonight? Unfortunately, these clouds are making it so that we can't see the terrain around here. There's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. This is a wild. I've never had my flaps down this long. But we still got terrain underneath us. Although it's quickly disappearing, so it should start speeding up. Oh, yep, we're starting to speed up now. Okay, beautiful. Flaps 2. As many times as we've flown around Queensland here, I've never actually taken a commercial flight out of here. So this, knowing what I know now, flaps 1, about how cool this departure is, we're going to be doing this more often.
I think I've somehow managed to miss every single New Zealand flight.
Well, Ron's first flight with the group ever was New Zealand, and it was entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, maiden flight. More like a Mayday flight.
That's actually a pretty good way to put it. Outside air temperature 0, but I think we're above all the moisture now, so worried about anti-ice at the moment. Excuse me.
So the southern hemisphere is now experiencing winter, I would imagine.
Yes.
Right, they would have just passed their winter solstice, I guess.
Yeah, so the interesting thing though is MSFS, for whatever reason, the weather's always opposite of what it should be in New Zealand. I don't know why. Alright, that went fairly smoothly for our
Is
first
it
time
actually?
Yeah, so it'll be in the middle of winter for us in the northern hemisphere, and it'll be wintertime in the sim. And right now I'm looking around and it looks pretty, you know, lack of snow and all that stuff. Temperatures and stuff will be correct, but it'll be it'll be like 60 degrees and snow everywhere. Strange.
Oh, probably he's based in the northern hemisphere, not the southern hemisphere.
Probably something like that, yeah.
It's still weird though.
It is odd when you think about it. Christmas is in their summer.
We're getting some glimpses of everything we know.
Really cool departure, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That was cool. That's probably the most fun departure I've had in a very long time. Normally they're, you know, kind of boring, straight out, do 1 or 2 turns, and that's it.
I couldn't actually see anything because of the clouds.
Yeah, I was in the clouds for quite a bit of it myself. We're well clear of terrain and clouds now, though. Coming up on 18,000. Let's go ahead and go to our standard. And let's imagine we've been clear to 370. Now this kind of bumpy turn thing we got going on here hopefully is fixed with the release of the 777. Because they should have much better, you know, lateral control compared to... I think what they do now is install a boatload of text files with the airplane for some of their nav data stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and release the passengers. Check overhead panel. Oh, the APU did not shut off earlier. Okay.
I don't know if you saw today, but the PMDG team posted on the forums, and they said, we are not afraid to delay it if we need to.
I'm glad I looked at that because I did not have my bleed on. So let's go ahead and hold our altitude here. 20,000 feet. Get my air pressure back up. Missed a step. That's what I get for not following a checklist.
Don't do it. Don't
You are
do it.
following the checklist.
I am following checklist. He left some of his bad juju behind us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
boy.
cabin is climbing up, so waiting for that to get pressurized appropriately.
Sorry, Dale. That door just opened up.
Ken just can't help himself.
I have no control.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the thin air. Maybe I better check pressurization.
Alright, let's see here. Altitude horn cut out. Let's troubleshoot this. So our packs are auto, and on, off on the APU, and on the bleed. So let's go ahead and go to manual mode. Close that valve some. Try to decrease that cabin pressure. Oh, just gonna go open. Always forget which way to go with these valves. It's decreasing. Let's see what it does here. Let's get this back under control here. We should be somewhere around probably 3,000 feet. Cabin pressure is climbing. What we want to see. And we need to go to legs, and let's go direct to here. Our turns in. Nice blue skies ahead of us here, so no concerns. And pressure's climbing nicely. Wait for that alert to go away. Here I was bragging about how smooth that went. And we forgot the one most critical thing. Make sure the passengers aren't taking nappy time in the back.
If their captain's not taking nappy time in the back.
Yeah. Luckily, we kept the altitude well below 10,000 feet, so it wasn't too big of a concern.
I got 22,000 before I noticed.
What's
Mine
that?
was off too. My packs were off, and I got to 22,000 feet before I actually noticed.
Oh, yeah. I was climbing through 20,000 or like 19,000 on 20, and I was like, uh-oh. All right, it's coming down to, it's at almost 5,000 feet. I'm waiting for this cabin altitude alert to go away. Once that occurs, we'll start climbing manually.
Here's your challenge. You complete the rest of this flight without VNAV.
Master caution now. Go to auto on pressure, see what happens. Alright, we'll keep monitoring that, but we'll go ahead and start climbing up to 370. And back into VNAV. It might be too late for VNAV. Nope, it actually took it. Oh.
Listen, when you hit 370, we have a door plug program to go out.
Emergency descent.
Then you can practice your emergency descent skills.
Yep.
And you say, dang, just got it pressurized.
I wonder how long it will take before someone makes a mod for the Sobo 737 Max that emulates door plug failure.
That'd be
Give it
pretty
3
neat,
hours.
though, wouldn't it?
Give
Build
it
that
3
shutter and
hours.
get all these lights and bells going off in the cockpit.
Maybe
That would be
MCAS
pretty
too. Just start diving into the ground like I did yesterday.
Alright, so it actually increased our pressure again. Or our cabin altitude, so I'm curious. I don't have a full understanding of exactly where we should be at in the differential and all that stuff, but It's actually press diff limit take off landing. Oh, take off and landing can have 0.125 psi. It's climbing again. I wonder if we're going to get an alert. Spend our entire flight not looking at the window, enjoying the view, staring at the pressure gauge. I almost caught it in time. Almost.
Only clouds out there that I'm seeing.
See, why is it still decreasing?
I just realized I never changed my livery from the last flight, so I'm flying a Southwest livery in New Zealand.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong gauge. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Well, you're kind of in Southwest New Zealand right now.
That's funny.
There we go. Okay. I was looking at I was reading the gauge wrong. That's why it's still yelling at us. Alright, so that should get back. The small needle is the one I need to be looking at. I don't know why I was doing that for. Once that gets to 10,000, we should get rid of that alarm. Then we go back into auto and it'll take care of itself.
Well, you know the saying, if it's Boeing, I ain't going.
See, in the Airbus, I don't have these issues.
Oh my gosh.
Takes care of the pressurization force.
Hey, I know you're spying 777-A1. You can't be talking.
Yeah, and it does the pressurization automatically too, doesn't it?
Does it?
There it goes. Yeah, we're good. Go back to auto here. All right, now
What
we're
do you have
happy.
against the 737.
Just not sure what our master caution's about still. Maybe it's just the altitude's still a little high, but what do I have against the what?
The 737.
I don't have anything against the 737. I just like to hear you guys moan.
Oh my gosh. Mainly me moon, I guess.
I was been a Boeing fan, but you know they got a little slack the last couple of years.
Yeah, they've been having a bit of rough time here lately.
Didn't they cancel the MAX 7? I feel like I saw that on a Mentor Pilot episode one time recently, but
I thought
I'm
it
not
was
sure.
the Max 10 that was having, or is it the Max 10? That was having issues getting certified or getting certified in time, and then the FAA gave them a variance.
That was the 777-10, I think.
Oh,
What?
okay.
If they're having trouble getting it certified, they
I feel like I saw a video titled "What is canceling the MAX 7 going to save Southwest?" So I could be wrong, but I probably am wrong. That was probably clickbait, but we'll see.
Okay, so cabin pressure is 8,000 feet. Or cabin altitude is 8,000 feet. So we are happy now. Everything's good. No major problems. Didn't take a nap.
You still breathe?
Still breathing. We may be having to pick up some oxygen mask in the back, though. That could be a slight problem. I wonder how many times in real life this happened.
Mm.
I mean, it's probably a little bit more obvious in real life because it gets hot. Cabin gets really hot, and kind of remind you that hey, maybe you should turn your packs on.
I know it's happened a couple of times with some private jets that have crashed, ghost planes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there were 60 occurrences of cabin loss of pressure in 2014, so take from that what you will.
How many?
60 in 2014. In just the year 2014, so not before that, literally just 2014. So
Cabin loss of
considering
pressure
aviation-
or never pressurized?
loss of cabin loss of pressure.
See, I would classify that a little differently than you forgot to turn your bleed air on.
That's fair.
'Cause what we did just now is we had no pressurization occurring at all. Whereas if they're climbing or at cruise and the pressurization system fails, or they, blow out a hole in the cabin, then that's a whole different world.
Now that is from Quora, so take from that what you will as well.
That's what?
It's from Quora, the data I just told
Quora,
you. So,
okay.
Not amazingly trustworthy question and answer site.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's 90% more inaccurate information, 10% accurate.
90% of all statistics are 30% of the time made up.
There you go. Chris
I don't know if I
Church.
told you guys, but did you hear about the 777 that exceeded the speed of sound recently? American Airlines is on its way to Heathrow.
Ground speed exceeded, not airspeed.
Yes, okay, it was the Gulf Stream. That's
Yeah, I
still
did hear
kind of
about
cool.
Oh,
It's
wow.
pretty cool.
Totally doesn't give me a terrible idea. Totally not happening in 3 days.
Just do a custom wind setting and max it out and see how fast you can get ground speed going. So I watched A330 driver's delivery video, and so far I'm a big fan of what they're offering up in that airplane. The tablet alone is, I don't know if it's necessarily everything we've ever wanted, but it's definitely got some nice features to it. I'd be curious to see how the fluid. Oh, speaking of fluids, how much oil do I have in this thing? Okay. I keep telling myself I need to refill the bird, and keep forgetting to refill it. We've got enough to get to where we're going.
Oh, that's a good. Ooh, only got 10% fuel left.
Fuel. This is a little more worrisome than oil. Although
Oh,
I am
boy.
a little intrigued by having such low fuel on this flight right now. I don't know how I feel about having 6,000 pounds of fuel in climb.
Oh well.
How did I wind up with 18?
I don't know. We may not have enough fuel to get there, and we'll be.
A sim brief glitch for sure.
Yeah, SimBrief did something interesting there for us. So if we go look at our destination, what's it show our fuel load at? Where do you check that at?
Are you done talking about 777? I don't want any spoilers.
Is that where you left?
Yes.
Oh.
I want to be in it and explore it myself. I don't need. I want to hear. I want to be able to find everything out myself.
So anyway, this
First,
great
it's more
feature
fun.
from the 777 is that. There he goes. He left immediately.
Hey, yes. Come on, devil.
I wasn't even gonna say anything. Got him.
Is he back? Back again?
So it's saying top of climb 6, destination 2.9. I don't know if I've ever landed with that little fuel without.
Hey, you don't have. You're not legal for an alternate.
It didn't give me an alternate. It's what I'm thinking has happened here.
It didn't for me either.
Yeah, me either.
It said no alternates were found. which is kind of scary, but
Which doesn't make any sense. Like the alternate, if anything, would be the home
the
airport.
you started at.
Yeah. So I don't know why it did that to me, but here we are. It's
My
okay though.
A320 says cabin altitude is 8,000 feet. I guess it does it automatically.
Yep, it doesn't automatically.
Yes.
Mine is
Which is
8,000 feet also.
Yeah.
Now that I know how to which needle to read. They don't have that
Alright,
nice little
so-
digital display. Tell me what it is.
So why do you guys think that that PMDG is launching the 777-300 ER before the 200 LR? Because everyone wants the 200 LR, including me.
Exactly.
But we're all gonna buy the 300 ER anyways.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
I think I
Then
just
you're
figured
going
it
to come
out.
back and buy the 200 when they release it.
Yep, and the Praetor whenever that comes out. I'm
Same
gonna end up
reason.
with the 777s again.
Same reason they did it with the
Marketing.
737.
Yeah.
So not only are they going to be millionaires after this week, they're going to be multi-millionaires when they release the different variants.
Now, here's a question: Will we still be able to group fly if somebody's still on Microsoft 2020 versus Microsoft 2024?
No,
Oh,
I-
we all-
Yet,
I have
I
not
I
learned
guess it
that
will
yet.
work. I'm gonna guess they're gonna share servers because this is whole online based. And they're already not doing much, they're just putting the model in there. Theoretically, they could have the other sims just render the coordinates with the model or something. So I'm guessing it'll work fine, but you never know.
They already do it. They already basically do that with their live traffic. So they just pull in data from, I don't know, Flight Radar 24 or
Flight Aware
something.
Are you
And-
guys gonna go right to 24 when it comes out?
Yes. Well, I won't say
Yes, I am.
exclusively, but I'm going to get it when first.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep 2020 installed. But from what I've seen with the new marketplace update they made, it looks like most add-ons, if not all, are gonna work without a hitch on 24.
If that's the
Because they
case,
said in the marketplace they showed stuff as being labeled as 2020 and stuff on the new 24 marketplace, so you can know what version it was made for. So it looks like it's gonna work without a hitch, from what I've seen.
so my hope is that we can be on either 2020 or 24 and still be able to do our group flights.
Yeah.
And that'll allow everybody to slowly transition as they're able to.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
was,
hardware.
I was
requirements yet.
worried about the 24 compatibility with some planes, but after seeing that marketplace stream today, which is more of an investor meeting, but still, it looks pretty much like it's gonna be fine transferring over.
'Cause
That's the hope.
Unlike some people that are gonna buy it on the first day, I don't think I am. I'm gonna wait and see what the story is. I can get all my information from you guys and see what it's like.
Well, if anything, Ron, I
will
think.
sit there every day and let's see if Mikey likes it.
Yeah, there you go.
If anything, Ron, I might need your Steam username or
That's an
something.
old cereal commercial.
What's that? Dev, what did you say?
I might need, if you're not gonna get it day one, I might need your Steam username for something.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like you're gonna get a gifted version there, Ron.
Oh, I thought he was gonna steal something from it.
He was just
Steam
asking for your username, where you can gift it to the username, not your login.
Oh.
And while you're at it, go ahead and give me that social security card and your credit card information.
Yeah,
Hey, Ron, look out for that side.
I know. I got a text message the other day from supposedly the Massachusetts Easy Pass system. It says, you know, you owe $4.15, and it just happened to be a few days after I picked my wife up in the airport and I went through the Ted Williams Tunnel, which causes a toll. But I have an Easy Pass on both cars, and I'm like, that's odd. My Easy Pass should have picked that up. So I went onto my Easy Pass account. Sure enough, it was charged, you know, inbound, outbound, you know, when I dropped them off, picked them up. And then I did a little more investigation, and it was a scam, obviously. they want you to follow a link and put in all your payment information.
Yeah.
And it's
Never
like,
follow
geez,
any links
no.
set to your phone or your
Yeah.
email.
Oh, here's a good trick. If the domain is on the email is anything other than the official domain from the website, then no.
Yeah,
Well-
and it ended in .org, but anybody can get a .org domain.
These
So,
days,
it's
the
like,
safest thing to do
yeah.
is just log into the website.
Yeah.
And usually you have an account with that website, and they'll have an alert. Or, you know,
Yeah.
you go find the details of who you need to talk to and talk to them.
Yeah.
Versus
Well, once
following
I
the link.
saw that I had been charged through my Easy Pass, I'm like, this is crap. It's like, I did report it. There was I think I Googled it and it said to report it. I forget to who, but I did send the
Probably
information
should
in.
Google themselves.
Yeah. But it's like,
I-
you know, people that are unaware are just gonna do it.
Yep.
When
Ooh.
I get a lot of scam emails that are sent through SendGrid, and because I have a SendGrid account, I go and report it directly to SendGrid themselves so they can shut down the account. I think I've made friends with the abuse at SendGrid.net person at this point. They're like, oh, you got another one for us.
Mm.
Alright, guys, I think we're going to be forced to do a flaps 40 landing here.
Short runway?
Short
Please,
runway,
no.
6,300 feet.
Ooh.
So I got auto brakes 3. What's max give me? Max gives me 3801. But I'm going to stick with 3. So we don't blow the tires out.
I mean, you said 6,300 feet?
Yep. You might have had some issues with that fuel
chart
load.
is showing 5,900 feet.
This is on the, I'm looking at the iPad. Performance calculations.
So we are going into Wellington, right?
Yep. Runway 16.
Oh, actually, they give me 3-4. But the chart showing it is 5,955 feet.
Well, let's see what the weather is saying here. So the winds are 10 at 3. And
Which I'm going to have to change the approach.
you got 2, 3. Wait a minute. I'm on the wrong airport. Here we go. Yeah, the chart shows a little less than what the calculation says. So 6,000 feet. So we're going to be stomping on the brakes pretty quick. The winds are 010, so it's pretty much a 3-4 would be the better runway, actually.
Am I going
for-
to need thrust reversers? Sorry.
Actually,
Now, it's not very much wind, but with such a short runway, it is a little bit more of a concern. So maybe we go ahead and reconfigure for 3-4 here.
Yeah, I'm set.
Execute. All right, and we're on 3-4. Let's make sure that didn't do anything goofy on the plan here.
I'm 111 miles from top of descent. How close are y'all?
let's see.
I'll check here in a second. Alright, so we may duck off. Take a look at this chart here because we may have to vector ourselves a little different. Let's go back to map view because we are getting close to top of descent here. We've got about 80 miles.
Okay, not too far ahead of me.
All right, so we could actually duck off around Agveg or Udiva And got a 90 degrees at maybe at Udiva at 90 degrees over to the right. Line up for 3-4. That's no idea what we do here. Alright, so looking at a different approach here now. Oh, you know what? Probably. Yeah, this doesn't have a transition because of arrival not applicable for runway. Okay. So what arrival do we have for 3-4?
Which one were you looking at?
Which arrival were you given for 3-4?
I was given IGMO, IGMUL.
2 Alpha.
Say again?
2 Alpha.
Ooh, I'm looking at that. Let's see.
Sigma 2 Alpha, execute. Okay, so we're going to be coming in from wards, and then we need to go to docks. So let's make sure this is correct in here. Or M goal maybe. Salty. Yeah. Wards, and then we want to go from wards. We want to go to docks. And then from docks to Salty. Then what is this one? So this has us going to MGOL, which we actually need to go to this waypoint. What is this waypoint? I don't see a name for it. We can probably just go from there to Jonah just to make it a little easier for us, because we need to get rid of Mita.
I don't know what's up with your arrival. Mine was super simple. I just had to overwrite one waypoint.
Mine
You're
didn't.
going. You're
Execute
going
that.
2-8, right? Or 3-4.
3-4. 3-4, yes.
Yeah.
So-
all right. I am too.
ILS 3-4 with the IMGA 2A SAR. Trying to decide what this waypoint right here is, though. 'Cause there's MGOL, but we're going from Salty to whatever this is. Oh, is this it? Maybe Mita. The Mita. There we go. Mita. That fixed it. Okay, cool. And then now we got discontinuity at Umaga. Let's go take a look at this. Step through it. Salty Umaga to button. I believe that would be part of the approach. 4-3-4. Okay. That works. That's it right there. Beautiful. Okay, we fixed it. And we're probably at top of descent here, so coming up on it in 10 miles. So we need to be final fix approach. Our final approach fix is 2,000 feet. All right. This has been a very interesting flight. Still not a fan of how little fuel we have. Excuse me.
What's that?
Said I'm still not a fan of how little fuel we were given.
You know, I think I think I have 3,000. Uh-oh, I just got a master caution.
For fuel?
Oh no, it is.
Hurry up, put some gas in.
Kid, you need to pull up beside of him. Share some fuel.
Yeah.
Fuel mode selector, the manual. What's okay? It says fuel left and right wing tank low level, and then it says fuel mode select the manual. If no fuel leak, fuel crossfeed on. I don't know what that means.
It's trying to balance the fuel tanks.
Oh. I got 3,280 pounds of fuel.
I'm on the descent now with 44.5.
Yeah,
I'm 4.3, and I've been on descent for like 3 minutes now.
I started my descent a little while ago, so we'll see. It could be very interesting.
Don't miss.
I wonder.
Definitely can't go around.
Yeah, you don't have much to go around with.
Yeah. Nope. I mean,
I wonder how.
throttle's at idle right now, so that'll probably save some fuel.
Yeah, that'll save a ton of fuel. No pun intended.
Yeah.
There are descent winds here to try to help out with the VNAV.
I'm kind of curious how much of the 777 code base originated from the 737 and how much of it originated from the P3D 737. Or, no, 777.
I have no idea. Sounds like it's quite a different beast between MSFS and E3D, though.
True, but MSFS is built on top of FSX, kind of. And P3D is definitely built off of FSX. So it might not be terribly hard to port it over. Okay, hard, but easier than starting from the ground up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know, it's a
Only
good question.
55 miles from the airport.
When we go to FS Expo next year, we can all gang up on Microsoft and take them out back and beat them up until they give us the answers.
Where is it going to be next year? Do you know?
Storm to Microsoft.
Rhode Island.
Oh,
Is it really going to be Rhode Island?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
I'm
All
going.
right, I can
Totally
go
going.
to that one. I'm going.
Wait, yeah, Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, yeah. Oh boy, nice.
All right, Duran, I'll meet you there, buddy.
I will. Oh, well.
My mouth watering already.
Yep.
Yeah, I
There
don't
you
particularly
go.
care about Vegas. Vegas is just whatever.
Mm,
I already have to go to Vegas about once a year, anyways, for work. So
we can go to Federal Hill in Providence, get some nice Italian food.
there we go.
That's not terribly far away from me either.
Ronson scoped it out, man.
I've been to Providence a million times.
He's gonna be our local
Actually,
tour
how
guide,
far-
Barbie.
How far away is that?
No, for
Me,
me, it's only
quite
an
a
hour.
while.
For me, it's not terribly long, I don't think, maybe.
Well, for an airplane ride, 2 hours or something, but
That's
for,
not bad at all.
Road trip,
I mean,
quite a ways.
Providence has a nice airport. nice little airport.
All right. No, I just have
TF
to do
Green.
Now I just have to do some convincing. So we'll see how this goes.
Yep, TF Green. You fly
go-
in.
just-
I don't-
just go
I don't
tell
know where
Mom
you
and-
fly from.
Just go tell mom and dad you're gonna go meet a bunch of strangers you met on the internet and
A bunch
go
of
to
old
Yeah, no,
guys.
a
No.
nerd convention.
Absolutely not. That would no, just no.
He might need to fly with
Buying the ticket
somebody.
earlier. Get out of there.
He might need a what do they do? What do they do? Like a flight attendant, a guardian. Yes, yes.
All right, Dev. I'll come.
Yeah, we gotta put him in
I'll
the-
come pick you up.
We got to put him in
Oh,
Del-
gosh.
Delta daycare.
Actually,
They'll pin
By
his
the
name on his shirt.
oh my
I'll-
gosh!
I'll-
by the
I'll-
time by the time next FSX, I'll be about 17.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah,
get the
the-
full body leash, Gus. We can make sure he doesn't run away from us.
I don't know what to say.
Oh wow.
Dev
Well, so-
Dev would lose his mind if I showed up with a body harness and a leash. Dev,
I'll make
you
a
have to
trip
put
for
this
that.
on.
So are the
Oh.
details out on that yet for next year? Like where it is, and I mean it's in Providence. It could be anywhere in Providence, but
I just tagged you in it.
oh,
I mean-
okay, good. I'll look
I mean,
at
Rhode Island's only like 5 miles long, so
it.
it's
Yeah,
not
I
like-
know. You blink and you go through it.
Stand in the middle and see the whole state, can't you?
Yeah. Beautiful little state, though. It really is.
Can you actually?
It's a very
Can
small
you see
place.
the whole state from the middle?
No, no.
Oh,
It's
Let's-
too hilly.
Let's put it this way: I am in the central part of my state. To go visit my parents on the eastern side of the state is a longer drive than it takes to get through all of Rhode
Yeah.
Island.
I've driven through Rhode Island in probably less than an hour. Just on the main highway. 95, I would
does
say.
it really even need a highway in that case?
Oh yeah, it definitely needs a highway. 95 is the main road
I-
through
I
it.
was being very facetious.
Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of pretty good highways. Of course, one highway is closed down because the bridge was it was inspected and it failed the inspection so bad they closed it immediately, caused a huge problem in the state because it's a big road where people travel every day, and they finally closed. After they closed it, they opened like 1 or 2 lanes on the opposite side, so now each side of the highway is cut in half, and it might not be repaired for like 2 years.
Oh,
The whole bridge is a mess.
I got
Just so you guys are aware, final approach fix is 2,000 feet.
Yep.
I'm getting
altimeter is 1017 hectopascals.
totally didn't just press B. I'm lazy.
Oh, see, I make these comments about you doing auto land and all that stuff, and then you go and do that to me.
Okay, I've gotten better at not auto landing. In fact, I haven't done it in a long time. Since I think my 7's broken.
Peer
Yeah,
pressured him
no,
into
I don't
doing the
know.
right thing. Good
So
job,
what
guys.
fun is auto landing?
Don't rat me out.
I mean, really,
I've
do
Okay,
the
you
manly
can't-
thing and just land the airplane.
That's what I've been doing. Even without the HUD too, because I've been flying the 700 a lot, which I don't think any real 700 had a HUD in it.
I don't even use the HUD.
I've tried to
Yeah.
auto land and the whole system just fails me.
Just enable both autopilots at the same time and make sure both landing systems are on and you're good.
Yeah, I was all set. I was coming into LaGuardia all set to auto land.
Was it a
And-
Cat 3 approach?
It was, and I had both autopilots on, and I don't know how high it was, but all of a sudden I got this red light. It said auto land, and the plane just started to flip over, and I was like, uh-oh. So I grabbed the controls and slammed into the ground because I was expecting the plane to land itself. So I don't know what I did wrong, but
I've probably done 3 or 4 auto lands in MSFS 24 or 2020, and the first one I ever did was a fly-by-wire, and this was 3 years ago. And I landed in between the 2 runways I was trying to land on in the grass because of it.
and it was in the A320, the fly-by-wire, what I'm flying tonight, and it's like it's just never worked for me.
I've done it a couple times in the Phoenix just to test it, and it works pretty well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn the plane and see what it can do, and that was not good.
So, if I were you, I would use the any build A320 V2. I think it's more reliable systems-wise.
You think?
I
give
believe
it a try,
it is.
Ron. I like it. It's good.
All right,
It's
you guys said you wanted to fly it next Sunday, right?
Well, I
We're
just
flying
played
777 next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll probably be in the trip.
I would do it. I'll try it during the week. I have a little time.
Well, we can walk you through anything you need because I'm sure it's very similar to Phoenix.
But it won't be any different than the fly-by-wire. If you don't fly the fly-by-wire, you'll fly the any build A320 V just fine. All A320s for all intents and purposes are the same, except the default ones usually less fidelity than the Phoenix or other ones. But they're just means less buttons to switch, so it's easy.
Okay, all right.
But
well, I want to see what it's before I attempt it. I at least want to fly it once or twice.
Or
I'll fly with you anytime, ever.
All right. I'll send you a message.
Or get the Phoenix if you can. It's totally worth it.
I'm not buying any plane. I'm not buying any planes.
Phoenix still ain't working for me like it should.
The Phoenix uses
I've tried.
avionics from a real simulator, like a real simulator they use for training pilots. I don't know how they manage to license that, but it does, and it's awesome. Like the boot up times are right, the way the screens flash in order, just like the small details count.
Alright, what's our decision height here?
Well, I did not change my runway. I'm still going into runway 16, so we'll see.
I mean, you'll probably have a head-on collision on the runway.
Yeah. Well, how far behind me are you guys? Oh, I see you all. I see you. Do you see me in front of you?
I
see
am
you, yeah.
77 miles out.
Okay. I'm coming in on an approach, like a U-turn.
I'm coming up on 10,000 feet.
I am down to 6,700. Going down.
Long before I get there.
Yeah, going down to 3. Alright, I'm gonna record my landing, see what happens.
Oh,
Right.
no.
109 Niner is the ILS. What is that? Fish
What are you
farms?
talking about?
Off to my left, it looks like there's like fish farms or something in the ocean. That's cool. Never seen that.
Well, I'm seeing some tall
Seen some what?
rocks. Mountains, and I got a kit fox off my left wingtip here at 24,000 feet.
Kit Fox. Kit Fox is booking.
Alright, I think I'm on the base leg.
You saw it here first.
don't trust using my speed brake on my honeycomb, not to like lose my auto throttle anymore. I don't know what the deal is, but whenever I guess I just need to check the bindings or something. But whenever I use my speed brake, it'll like kick it out of auto throttle, but still be in auto throttle. It's weird. It's like a glitch.
Oh, I'm getting a Bravo next week, or I'm going to order one next week. I want to order a third-party set of levers for Boeing. Any suggestions?
Yeah, that Pro Desk Sim or something like that, whatever it is. I can send you a link to the ones that I'm going to get for
If you
triple.
just give me the one you have, I would love that.
Well, it comes with some nice default 737 style levers. That's what I'm using.
It
right
does? Okay.
now. Yeah.
Maybe, do you not like your Pro Desk Sim?
No, I love it for the A320 because it's got the indents and all that stuff.
Got it.
I've been really happy with their products. They, I think, have something for the 777, so it's probably on back order now because people are, I kept telling myself to pre-order it, but
Honestly, I just need it for the 737. It'll work fine for the 777. So
Well,
I'll probably get there.
you'll get the
I'm just how good
indents.
the default ones are.
you don't get indents with the default ones. What they
Oh, you
offer
don't?
is it has indents, so you actually feel where the flap notches are versus kind of having to stare at your lever, make sure it's in the
That's
right
awesome.
spot.
I need that. What about for throttle levers?
I don't think there's any indents on the 737 at all on the throttle.
Yeah,
The
but do you have
777.
any throttle levers that look like the 73 look and act like the 737s?
Yeah, they look like just like them.
Got it.
I can send you a picture.
That'd be amazing.
All right, I'm coming up on a decel point pretty quick here.
No, I'm on final approach. I don't see an airport yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That can't be good.
Ron, you looks like you might have
oh,
passed
I
it.
got it. I got it.
Okay.
I was
You're on the wrong island, but
exactly. I was looking at the wrong island. I'm like, that doesn't look right, because I'm right on the glide slope and everything looks good, and I'm like, uh-oh, I don't see a runway.
the season captain says, "Where's the airport?" It should be there.
It's never something you want to hear. First officer, do you see the runway? And then, like, seconds later, minimums. Uh-oh.
Oh no, what's that? Terrain.
Pull up.
Okay, taking the autopilot off.
You sure?
I'm sure, because this doesn't look right.
Well, if
You
it
should
makes
bug
you...
out, huh?
Shouldn't I be slowing down? I'm still...
I think I'm going
there it
around
goes.
here.
Well, I don't even know where you're
Terrain.
at. I don't even see you.
Ron's
Oh, you
looks
looks like you're going into a mountain right now.
I don't even see him right now.
Oh, you're way past the airport, Ron. You're like way past the airport.
How can I be too
What?
low?
You want to find the approach?
I am. Oh, I know why. I don't have my landing gear out.
Uh-oh. This has been a rough flight for all of us, it sounds like.
The problems just multiply.
All right, I'm coming up on
All
this
right,
decel point
I'm going
here.
around. I'm going around.
Pulling in some flaps.
Oh, you know what, Ron? I see your problem. I see what happened. Okay, you were using the approach for the old runway, but then when we swapped runways to the new runway, you didn't change your runway.
I did
No.
not swap. No, I didn't change it.
That's why. So you were navigating into it,
No, I was still going into one. I was going into 1.6.
but you're using the wrong arrival probably.
No, it was
Oh.
it was programmed for 1.6.
Guys, we're not gonna have too many chances at this with this. I got low fuel.
All
on my-
right. I know. I see Dev coming at me. I'm going off to the side here. It wasn't slowing down.
I'm
Alright,
gonna have to use some
autopilot
speed brakes
disengaged.
here. So there it did it. There it did it again.
Max braking on this one.
Don't know why it does that.
What? What happened?
I use my speed brake and it kicks the auto throttle off, and then maxes out my left engine. It's just weird. It's a weird glitch, and it didn't do it initially that time, and then all of a sudden it was like, nope. I'm a little high, so I'm trying to get these flaps and speed brakes out. Alright, now we're starting to make some progress.
Alright. Try that again.
So I have a tendency to land really short. I only used half that runway, which I don't think I should have.
Did you stomp on the brakes?
No, I had them set to auto brake max.
Oh, there's your problem. That matched the calculation when I ran it was half the runway. Or max. 3 is most of the runway.
Alright. That makes sense. And I touched the touchdown points exactly too, so that would make perfect sense then.
Alright, looks like we're going down to the end of the runway and taking a right on the taxiway, whichever one comes up first. We are. Oops. Accidentally bumped my trim wheel and it kept my autopilot off. We're sensitive. Alright, I should be joining the... I'm on the base, about to turn 5. Going a little slow, 170 knots, so I was trying to lose some altitude there. See, drag required after button. Don't think so. Alright, we have turn 5. Go ahead and localizer. Localizer. And approach fix is D1 6-1. Just after button.
2500.
Just
Alright,
so you know,
lights,
this airport's
turn
jetways are all messed up.
Always fun. Continuous. Let's rearm the speed brake. Brakes are 3, speed brake is arm. Are at flaps 10. And go approach. Wide slope. Wide slope's captured, gear down, flaps 15. So 5. $30. And 40. And slow to reference speed. Landing gear down, 3 green. Auto brake 3, speed brake is armed. Mission continuous. Seatbelt signs are on. Let's get this girl on the ground. Alright, good visual. Let's go.
1,000.
Auto throttle off. Autopilot off.
Whose plane is not sinking?
That's Ron's.
Approaching minimums.
How do I turn that off?
Minimums.
And
Can you-
stop. Add power. That's what you can do.
$300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Reversers.
Uh-oh. I just landed on the water.
Oh no. Manual braking.
Hey, I'm floating.
Reversers off.
Yeah, Microsoft doesn't really handle
Butter.
water in planes very well.
If you can come on. Right turn.
There's 2 F-22s coming to intercept you, by the way.
That went exceptionally well. Any lights come off. Beautiful. Alright, we got negative 182. Perfect.
Ron, how'd you get out of the water and over here?
I slewed over.
Get that magic slew button. It's Ron the magic slew bus.
Yeah.
Alright, flaps up, speed brakes up.
I don't think my engines are running anymore.
These houses look a little dilapidated. Some of them don't look too bad.
Oh, there we go. I'm going.
Coming in on the final here.
Yeah, put a little high there.
That's what I was thinking. Be burning up those brakes here in a second.
I need to pull up. Pull up. I'm fine.
Looking better now.
Get crosswind for y'all?
Nope. That was smooth as butter, actually. Ooh, easy there.
Whoa, Ken, that's some landing.
Blair!
Bad, ain't it? See
Oh.
it stuttering?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Woo! Hang on.
See it jumping?
Hang on.
Gee, what am I supposed to do?
Ride him, cowboy.
Stop the plane. Okay, how did I stop using
Hey.
half the runway and you just used the entire runway?
got about a couple of football fields left, buddy. Anyway, thing is, you see the stutter?
Yes.
What's causing that?
Probably old FSX code that's using this airport or something. That's what happened to Los Angeles. Until I fixed it until like a year ago.
mean,
I don't see Dev.
Or
Most
it's just
places
lagged
might-
the airport.
yeah, mine is pretty good most places, but that wasn't good.
Trying to find a terminal that's not like sitting right over top of where we're supposed to park.
I know, I had the same issue.
So in that,
None of
in that
these-
New Zealand scenery update and all didn't take care of any of that?
It could have, and maybe this airport's... Yeah, no, this airport's terrible since all the jetways and texturing is wonky.
Yeah, we're just gonna park somewhere. Jetways are like pointing the wrong way.
I know, mine's clipping through my cabin to get to my plane.
We're just gonna park here and call it good because these are just all jacked up.
Roll, baby.
Bring out the stairs, boys.
Oh my gosh, why does deboarding always take longer than boarding?
People gotta get all their snacks and everything. Beautiful. Park brake set. Lights. Alright. GPU's powered. On. And cut off.
I flew this thing into Atlanta the other day and it didn't have the first stutter.
Place probably doesn't get the same sort of optimization that Atlanta will get. Alright. Window heat, improve heat. Pressure pumps can come off. We are steady. Leave the beacon on for a little longer. Logo light can come off. It's kind of useless right now. And all our lights can go off. Thought I turned the landing lights off. There you go. Maybe that. Police passengers. So pumps can come off. That was a very low fuel. 3.3. About ampere. IRS. And let's get everybody off. Trucks.
They're already getting off mine. I ain't back to the terminal yet.
Only 133 passengers have actually deboarded and I've been here for like 5 minutes. Still like 60 to go.
Be nice when we get some sort of auto turnaround. Hint, hint, Dev.
We need a what?
I'm watching Ken's stream, but it doesn't look like he can see us.
I don't see you at all.
I
Yeah,
only
because
see Ken.
you're right with us.
I think I'm on a foreign planet or something. I don't know.
I only see Ken, so that's the servers doing something goofy.
Yeah, I see him too.
I see
Oh
everybody.
well.
I see everybody, yeah, including Ken.
Set this bad boy down.
Wait, no, I don't see you, Ron.
No, I'm off to your
Oh, wait.
left.
Yes, I do. Never mind.
There's my stairs. Waiting on the stairs.
It's like a ghost town here.
Yeah. You're back. Hey guys, thanks for joining tonight. That was a beautiful landing. Couldn't ask for any better weather on our arrival here to a even more beautiful place. Anyways, we should be pretty hopping in the Discord here in the next few days as the 777 releases. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of screenshots and a lot of goofy things that are happening as we discover them. With ground crews here taking care of the airplane, getting ready for its next flight, but we are going to hop off for the night. I appreciate everybody joining tonight, and we'll catch you Thursday. We may have to do a 777 flight Thursday night. We'll see. We may have to swap it around a little bit, but there's going to be a lot of excitement and buzz around that, and we are definitely looking forward to it. And hopefully we've got enough flights under our belt to, be able to transition to it pretty smoothly. So Still don't know where my stairs are, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of the airplane here and go grab a bite to eat and head to bed. But I will catch you guys on Thursday, and until next time, see ya.